Scorpio, I'm not even going to lie to you. I am in lazy mode. So, for a while, you're going to be seeing me do my readings from my bed. I have a lot of stuff on my own mind that I'm dealing with. So, um, I just feel like it's the best way to deal with it right now. It also helps me with my discomfort with being on camera. On the days that I'm feeling particularly weak about being on camera. Scorpios, hope beyond hope. Hoping something will work out, but feeling conflicted. Um, some situations need to be adjusted in some sort of way that leads to discomfort for you. Some of you have found yourself in a situation where there are issues with codependency, whether that's financial codependency, whether that's emotional codependency. Um, there's something along that line going on with you guys. Some of you also could have some like addictions that are hidden. Maybe it's gambling, because I did hear that for some of you. What else? So it kind of feels like, in some degree, you got you got your way. You got some sort of emotional fulfillment as it relates to some sort of codependency or addiction. That's what I'm feeling. And I don't know how long it's going to last, but that's the feeling that I get. Um, some of you could be dealing with family members here, being wishy-washy with them or indecisive with them, or maybe even just not making choices that you need to make about them out of fear. Um, staying in a stagnant energy to some degree. Some of you also may be guilt tripping people. Okay, again, that's not going to be every Scorpio, and it also can be who you're dealing with. But I also feel this frustration. It's almost like guilting people because they're not doing what you want them to do. And being kind of huffy about it. So this is you or someone else. But underneath the surface, it's a sexual tension for some of you. Maybe you have um, some sort of kink, I'll just put it like that. For others, you may be wanting to hide some of the things that you have done in the past. As weird as this is going to sound, for some of you, it has to do with a sex change. Whether it was you that had the sex change, or somebody in your family or in your environment had a sex change, there's something going on about that, and there's manipulation around that change, and it's very karmic. Some of you are creating illusions around this as well. And it may have left you to some sort of, I guess you'd call it a crossroads or something like that, because of some sort of agreement that you came to as it relates to passionate behaviors, or maybe even a sex change for some of you. Because I am getting that energy, and I know that's not going to be everybody. Um, you may be very vocal on social media, um, or around certain people, about how you feel as if you've been taken advantage of. But I feel like whatever this is, it's something that you agreed to. Some of you are also, and I've heard this on another reading before, it's almost like you're trying to train people how to treat you, but at the same time you're backstabbing people. Is that how you're training them, is through backstabbing? That could be the case, absolutely. Um, there's something about wanting to feel vindicated here. For some of you, it could have something to do with a work situation also. Or how you make your money may be somehow involved. Some of you, it could have to do with like a settlement as it relates to work. Or a lack of work, or whatever, how you make money. Some kind of thing where you were supposed to get, or you were hoping to get a lot of money from however you normally get your money, or that's what it sounds like. I also get the feeling that some of you abused this money. That's not going to be everybody. And you're wanting some sort of public recognition. But whatever this is, it's something that you agreed to, and and again, like I said, this could be you or the other person. Even though somebody agreed to something, they're manipulating everybody around them, even through social media. Maybe this is not social media, maybe this is in a social way, like social manipulation. It could even be that. What else am I getting? Let's start pulling some cards. For Scorpio. Yeah, you or this other person is playing the blame game about something that you agreed to. Or that they agreed to. There's issues of fairness here that are going on. Some of you could be traveling. Others, it's like there's a situation because of what's going on here, what I just described. It's like you're waiting on your ships to come in and you're feeling hopeful about this situation. You could be waiting for communication about some sort of shared resources, or about an ending or some sort of transformation here to a situation. Be careful of pregnancy if you're able to get pregnant, because I just saw a stork. This could even be a grandbaby for some of you. Yeah, you're hopeful about some sort of proposal, whether that's romantic or business. And you're saying what it's kind of, this is so weird because I'm getting two energies. One of them is basically social manipulation of other people, but also a Prince Charming aspect at the same time. So it's kind of a duality. So there's a side of you or this other person that's very socially manipulative, but then at the same time trying to play Prince Charming, like, I'm such a loving, kind person. So whatever this is, there's some sort of proposal, like I said, business or romantic, that you're hopeful about. Okay. It could be some sort of proposal that happened in the past or that involves a child. There's something about stepping outside of your comfort zone and being stuck in routines as well that I'm seeing here. I saw this for somebody else's reading earlier, I think, too, but it's coming up for Scorpio as well. Something about having to change your routine potentially. Okay, so there's some, let me just go in a sentence form. You were hopeful, waiting and hopeful about a proposal in the past. Again, this can be business or romantic, but you controlled it and you waited. Yeah, oh my gosh. I didn't even see the wait card, but here's another wait card. You controlled and you waited. Or this could be a boss, a public figure, a CEO, an Aries, father figure that did this. Either way, there could have been greed involved, or there could be that you were holding on too tightly to a situation, which would make sense. If you're controlling and waiting, then you are holding on too tightly to something, not allowing things to flow and move as they should. But you did this because you had a guilty conscience yourself. Some of you could have had a guilty conscience about a child or about the past. You may have been waiting because you were hopeful that somebody else would have a guilty conscience in the past. Or it could be that you made some sort of proposal because you had a guilty conscience about a child. It could be either one. The center of the reading is a 7 and a 4. So this has to do with a marriage or a close one-on-one relationship, as well as your stability. So maybe you were holding on to a one-on-one relationship and your stability. What else do we see? It's a very, you are coming up with a stuck energy too, because the center of the reading is waiting and holding on too tightly, or waiting because you were greedy. Yeah. Not only is there greed or holding on too tightly, there could have been bullying involved as well, or this could just be wanting to win at all costs. Yeah. There's something here about wanting to win at all costs to control and wait and wait and wait because you were hopeful to hold on to a proposal, but you had a guilty conscience about the past or about a child. Now there's some sort of change. Okay, you wanted to control a change and to wait. So you were trying to prevent something from changing by waiting. Some of you could have even traveled and waited. Yeah. Some of you could have been waiting on your ships to come in from a child. If this is not the past. Okay, so now that I have all of the cards out, Four Corners says you waited on your ships to come in from the past or from a child. Now you want to win at all costs to hide that. So you're waiting either and holding on too tightly, or you're waiting or hiding that you're waiting because you were greedy. It could be any of that kind of thing about a past situation. You wanted to control a change, so you waited and you were happy to hold on and hide a proposal because you had a guilty conscience about a child or in the past. Now, because of that, you're dreaming up new ideas and you're feeling overwhelmed and walking on eggshells, potentially for social reasons or because you were optimistic that this choice was going to work out for you. Um, what else do I see? Some of you could be moving. Yeah. Okay, let me just look at a couple of things and just see what stands out to me. I will do a couple of oracle cards as well, like I've done with the other readings, but you're either hiding a proposal because of a guilty conscience about the past or because of a guilty conscience about a child. I'm going to tell you, a lot of you, I am getting the feeling of greed, though. It's like you were holding on to something really, really tightly so that you could get money out of it. That's the feeling I'm getting. So, what else do I want to say? We already said marriage or a close one-on-one relationship, as well as your stability is involved. For some of you, it could have something to do with how you make money. How you keep a roof over your head, as well as your belief system or some sort of legal matter could have also been involved, or even foreign travel. Foreign doesn't have to be a different country, it can just be far away, or it's somewhere where there's foreign concepts. Whatever it is, this is you hiding some guilt about the past or about a child. That's all I can tell you. And potentially about waiting and holding on because you were greedy. All right. So that's all of the tarot. We're going to pull a couple of oracle cards for Scorpio. See what comes up. The first card that I saw was empathy. You can feel something's coming on or something's coming up. It also could be that you're an empath or you're dealing with an empath. Or it may be just saying that you need to deal with the situation in a more compassionate manner. Could be either one of those. What else do we have for Scorpio? Again, this could be you or this could be somebody you're dealing with, but somebody has a guilty conscience about the past or about a child. Yeah. Could have something to do with a friendship for some of you too. But there's a lot of upheaval and destructive energy. So somebody may be blowing something up, so to speak. Somebody's mad. I'm just going to say that. Somebody's very mad. That felt like that wanted to come out. Yeah. Somebody's mad because maybe some sort of an illusion is being shattered or is being revealed. Could have something to do with a friendship or a hope, a wish, a goal, or a dream. It also could have to do with illusions as it relates to health or daily duties or even children. What else? Okay, that wanted to come out. I felt that. Yeah. Some of you may be trying to pretend like you're fighting for something, or somebody may be trying to pretend like they're fighting for something for you. Could be. Could be sexual in nature. Again, also could have to do with children or creative projects. But I'm seeing some sort of upheaval because of an illusion that created some sort of dispute. And it had to do with a partnership, maybe even a partnership that was hidden, or a partnership in the past. I see Aquarius energy here. I see Pisces energy here. There could be others, but those are the ones that I noticed the most. What else do we have for Scorpio? That one wants to come out. Some of you could have created an illusion by fighting with a partner and then coming back together, or ending a partnership and coming back together. In order to get what you wanted. That's just for some. Some of you may be like revisiting issues as it relates to your public reputation or around your career or lifetime achievement. There may be something coming back up about that. But it's a situation where you're being very vigilant, trying to control that a situation is coming back around, so to speak. It also, for some of you, could have something to do with changing the way that you involve yourself with your partner on a romantic level. Or maybe some of you, like I said, you may be like wanting to travel or something like that too for some of you. Yeah, this definitely has to do with a partnership. You just got the partnership card. Somebody's playing, pretending to be something that they're not. I don't know what this is all about. Somebody is pretending to be what they're not. I don't know who this is, but this could be a partnership from the past here. You may be trying to force somebody into making some sort of change they're not willing to make also, for some of you. Yeah, because your partner is like reevaluating the situation, or that's what it looks like. They may not be, it may be you, but it looks like there's a partner who's kind of reevaluating the situation, or you're reevaluating a partnership. Maybe you feel like you've put in too much time and energy. But I kind of see there's like this upheaval within this partnership, and you're trying to create some sort of harmony within it because you're fearful of some sort of change, or that's what happened in the past. That could be something that's going on here too. Some of you may be dealing with somebody who's creating illusions, or it could be you that's creating illusions. I'm just going to pull two more for Scorpio. All right, I've got another story that's going to come out from this in just a minute, but I want to see if I get the other two cards. If I don't, I'm just going to let it go. This, how many cards is that? That's actually 3. So whatever this is, some of you are being very vague about a situation here. Maybe trying to persuade a partner, like I said, to do something, but I'm just going to be honest with you. If you're trying to control somebody and try to get them to do things that you want them to do, it may not work out. Because I'm getting this, let me pull these cards up so I can see them better. Especially like the numbers and that kind of thing. It'll help me to read this a little bit better. But some of you are in a partnership, and there's some situations that are coming back around. So you're kind of reevaluating where you want to go with this, and you're feeling a lot of upheaval. You're trying to be vigilant about this situation, but it keeps refreshing, or it keeps happening over and over again, and you don't understand why. So you're reevaluating the partnership. There may have been some sort of an illusion that things would change. Some of you also could have tried to, and this is coming up in a lot of readings too, there may be an illusion here of something changing, or there being some sort of new development here. By using sexuality. Some sort of sexuality that you feel like has to be hidden, or they feel like has to be hidden. Yeah. It may be just that you guys are trying to make a partner do what you want them to do. And from what I'm seeing here, it doesn't look like it's working out for you. You're trying to resolve some sort of love situation. Some of you may even be honest about the fact that you feel conflicted. Others are not. Because some of you, it's all about money. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So, I guess that's the end of the reading. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to leave a donation for my channel, there will be a link in the description box below for that as well. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you again soon. Bye, guys.